Sharon, I'll get you a present.
Yeah, I bet. Right, have a nice evening.
See you later.
Now, it is day 2 of the new school year, and already parents are fuming about children being put in isolation because teachers say their uniform breaks the rules. Now, one school in Hull was quite happy for a girl to wear the shoes that you can see on the right in July. But when she went to school yesterday wearing the shoes on the left, she was told to either go into isolation or go home. And it's happening at other schools too. Here's Jo Makel.
So these are the shoes she's had for 2 years since she started the school, and then obviously she's gone back after the 6 weeks holidays with the new shoes, which are exactly the same. So for some reason, all of a sudden, they're not acceptable. They've got stricter now.
Sharon believes, despite the close similarity, the school now sees the pattern as the problem. A member of staff at Hull Trinity House took her daughter aside.
The only choice, he said, they've got is to either spend the full day in isolation and reflect, or just go home. These shoes aren't acceptable to go to school in now.
And what did she choose to do?
Well, I said, obviously, I'm going to send her home. I can't have her reflecting on something when she hasn't done nothing wrong.
Her partner Peter is angry with the way it's been handled.
The unprofessionalism, the way they dealt with children, considering that is their profession. So I'm absolutely appalled.
And he's not the only one. Another mum sent us this photo. She says her daughter was told to cut off the bow. Hull Trinity House has been contacted but so far hasn't commented. But it's not the only school where parents feel uniform rules have been too strictly enforced.
This is the smallest skirt that I can buy for Paris with the Outwood logo on. I tried to take it in with darts, but it takes the logo to the back of the skirt, so I couldn't do that. And then she rolls it over, so obviously it doesn't fall down. But I don't consider that a really, really short length.
But Lorraine says the Outwood Academy Brumby in Scunthorpe put her granddaughter in isolation.
The teacher said, can you roll down your skirt? And I went, no, because it will just fall down me. And then she went, all right, then you can go sit in isolation.
To me, it's just draconian being ostracised, is that the word? Because the skirt's a bit shorter above the knees, because they're there to learn, aren't they, at the end of the day?
And at the same school, Sarah's daughter had an issue with the shoes she bought.
They had a buckle on them. Yes, that wasn't black. But she's been wearing the same shoes for 2 years.
So what happened to the buckle?
She chopped it off and I don't know what it's, I think it's gone in the bin. But yeah, then she was allowed back to her classes.
In both cases, the families here in Scunthorpe have said that the communication from the school wasn't good enough or came too late. They'd already shopped. But the school says that the policy on uniform hasn't changed and has been available over the summer. Tonight they added that sanctions are not issued for incorrect uniform, but for the failure to follow a reasonable instruction. Jo Makel, BBC Look North.
I'll be asking for your stories and comments on this one in just a moment. Well, Steve Chalke is the leader of the Oasis Trust, which runs some academies in northern Lincolnshire. I spoke to him earlier today and asked him whether it was right that children were having to cut things off their brand new shoes to avoid isolation.
It doesn't sound right, it doesn't feel right at all, because schools need to be welcoming. I hope all of ours are. They need to begin with where the child is. They need to begin with the conversations with families. They need to begin with meeting needs. And as I've just said, there's always a story behind the story. So
I understand why you would say that, but I mean, I'm just reading. My daughter experienced a choice between isolation or go home for wearing school shoes that did not fit the school criteria. The shoes in question are the shoes that the school happily let her wear for the last 2 years. So what's happened over 6 weeks? I mean, it's bonkers.
It sounds completely bonkers. Every school exists to meet the needs of a child. Obviously, schools need standards, but one of those standards needs to be around inclusion. And so that's why I say it's always about the story behind the story and the school finding out what the story behind the story is all about.
Level with me here. Are the government now telling the schools what to say to the parents? Are they pulling the strings?
No, the government are not pulling the strings. The government wouldn't want to pull the strings. It's up to the senior leadership team in any school to think about the needs of every child.
I
have no idea about the pastoral context, but you've got to begin with a pastoral context and by care and inclusion.
Okay, so a bow on a shoe, does that really affect a child's education? I understand why you're fighting your corner, but a bow on a child's school, I mean, it's ridiculous.
So, Peter, it is ridiculous as you present it. I know enough about education, you'll understand.
I've seen the pictures. I've got the pictures.
Okay. So, Peter, listen, let me speak, right? I've not seen the pictures. I don't know the people. Right. I don't know the parents, and I don't know the context. And I know that context is always everything. But I would hope that every school, and definitely Oasis schools, begin with a pastoral approach, so they know the family and they know the child and they know what's going on and they know what an act of rebellion is and they know what a need is, and their job is to meet those needs.
Just last question, going back to this email. For dress, 75 pupils in isolation and 26 sent home. Does that seem to you, regardless of where the school is, and I know which one it is, does that sound ridiculous?
It does sound ridiculous to me. I do not know the situation, and I do not know what has led to this. I would hope that it's not true. I would hope that it's a giant exaggeration, but I would like to know the backstory about what's going on before I leap in with judgments about other people's schools.
Mr. Chalke, very good to have you on the programme. Thank you very much, Lee, for your time.
Thank you.
That's Steve Chalke, the leader of the Oasis Trust, which runs some academies in northern Lincolnshire. Let me just read you this line from one mum who wrote to me. I witnessed lots of children being sent home and in isolation over this, which is just outrageous. Well, let us know what you think about this one. We have it every year, of course, pupils being punished. It seems 10 times worse this year when they go back to school after the summer break for sometimes something as simple as having a bow on their shoes. Here's how to get in touch. Are schools right to be enforcing discipline like this, or are they being too heavy-handed? Have you got any stories of what's happened in your family in the last few days going back to school? The email address is there, looknorth@bbc.co.uk. Follow me on Twitter and text 81333. 81333. Start the text with the word Look North. A woman who was